said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on first down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle, setting up for it.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think We just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll pull in the squib kick inside the 15. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. There he goes. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge.
Speeding down the left side. The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. There's There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I mean, you just can't teach and coach big D tackles to be that quick. I mean, he shot right out of his stance, beat the offensive lineman, and he was in the backfield before the O-line even knew it.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got his man on the right. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making checks. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throwing on the run. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got a man. It's Casey. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play. in the passing game.
The Bulldogs with the 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Fouls through the defense. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. So 1st down here as they go back to work. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. And some room to work. Turning it on. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Georgia.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, his speed, he was gone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. From the gun, the running back looking for room. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last when they need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Makes the grab. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He's in open space downfield.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And you want the interception on defense, but most of the time coaches are preaching, knock the ball down, knock the ball down. It's not because they can't catch. They really don't catch well. But the defender's main job has to be separating that ball from the wide receiver. And usually that requires knocking that thing down as the wide receiver's trying to catch it.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside.
Really nice job there of the quarterback reading.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. They'll corral that squib kick just inside the 15. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. RPO and throw it right. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The Dogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
Get over there.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Georgia.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. They'll run the sneak for it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. Give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. They just keep firing. Oh, he makes the catch. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the 1st down.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Quickly complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
To the air on 2nd down. Going for 6. Touchdown tie. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The give to the back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Looking for room at the 40. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Finding an escape route. Breaks into the open. The Wildcat created an alley. Picked up a few. Still some work to do for the 1st down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The Bulldogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback making adjustments. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Back to pass. He uncorks one deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete. But if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The snap sets up to throw. Fires it down the seam. Take it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Looking down the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Blasted as he lets it go. He's got an open man. There he goes. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Using the quick game. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a 4th down situation.
4th down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll leave it with him. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Bama!
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. UCLA is down right now inside the Rose Bowl, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Pasadena today. They're trailing by 10 to Michigan State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Wants to throw on third down. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Running back searching for a hole. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And the Dogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Motion from the back. Try to get it to the edge. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. They marched 78 yards down the field, and it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. Throws to the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that looked like he was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
He runs out of bounds. Brings up second down.
We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Just a short pass to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Rushes on him. Fires to the big fella. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Quick strike complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Looking for the score. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. What a tough break, a potential tying score nullified by the penalty, and now they'll have to see if they can get it done again. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They've got the lead here in the 4th. Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So a drive there of 85 yards. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Look at that touch.
Oh, my God. Get it.
Everybody. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just balling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Soft spot in the middle. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
From the gun, running back gets to give. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass on second down. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle? He's got it along the sideline. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. UCLA is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by 10 to Michigan State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes that Alabama offense. To the air on first down. They're working that left side. Still on his feet at the 40. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to go up top on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Right back to the well. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Second down coming up. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. Oh, a lot of space. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the progression, you just get it to him quickly. He's one of the most dangerous guys on the field with the ball in his hands, and he showed you that. Great vision, great speed, phenomenal job after the catch, and it's a big play for the offense in the passing game.
They'll run it on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, what a great job with the execution in a moment where you had to have it. You score the touchdown, you take the lead. There's less than a minute to go in this game. All your defense has to do now is get a stop and you win.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Forced out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, and that's the kind of play that can really get a drive going. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Oh, shit.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Reads it, fires complete. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he scoops out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Using his feet to buy time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to scramble. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Deep shot for the end zone. And he dropped it. A golden chance there to tie the game, send it into overtime, and he let it slip through his fingers. What a horrible way to lose. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win, moving ahead, because they've got bigger goals down the road.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Paul.